everybody. My name is He-Man.
I'm Drew, also known as Sexy Daddy.
I am Joe, also known as Sonic Lee.
And this is the BadFellas SmashCast, because we rebranded our name. Make it more sense, because we may do other podcasts in the future. We have a tournament coming up March 9th, 2019. If you didn't realize this in this year, it is. From 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Hopkins County Madisonville Public Library. If you want more information on it, go to our Facebook page. BadFellas. Yeah, you should be able to find us. And we also have, if you have any more questions, contact us through the real badfellas@gmail.com. So, first we're going to segue into our last tournament we went to, Friday Night Fights 4.44. Stupid numbers, but yeah. Drew, go ahead and go first. Tell me about how you did.
Alright, so I pretty much peaked at the beginning. My first fight was amazing. It was with Critikill, and it actually got on stream, and it was really intense. He went crazy on me with his Palutena. Like neutral air comboed me like 100 times, and he I've never really fought good Palutenas, but he perfectly spaced the side B thingy.
The explosion.
Yeah. But then in the second game he switched to Roy, and Roy's a lot easier to fight with King DDD, and I was able to take him out. But if you watch the recording at Evansville Esports on YouTube, you'll see how crazy intense it was. It was tough, and their commentary is really funny, because they don't want to call me Sexy Daddy, they just call me Daddy. It's just really odd. Then I fought a K Rule player. I didn't realize how hard K Rules are to fight with DDD, and he beat me 2-0, dude. His name was Mammoth Guy, but he that was honestly one of the most chill fights I ever had. We were just kind of giggling through the whole thing, just because they're just both really silly characters. Then in losers, I fought Mike Honcho, and he played as Corrin, and then we did King DDD, and it was fun to fight another DDD. And then I got 2-0'd by PB Hot Dog, who's this 15-year-old who mains Fox, and he's crazy and he's going everywhere 1,000 miles an hour, and I don't even know how to react.
That's Fox in a nutshell.
Yeah, it was tough. How did you do, Wesley?
Alright, before I rant about how I did at the tournament, I'm going to talk about the build-up to the tournament that we made. And I'll tell you what was something. So, last Tuesday we did our podcast, and afterwards we played for a good 40 minutes or so, which ended up being the footage in the background. So we're probably going to do that again because it looked kind of good. Mm-hmm. And I thought I did some really good against you some games, and some games you got me. I feel like I did better than I normally did. Mm-hmm. And then the next day I went to Big Sexy's house, and I played with him and Pank. I did pretty good overall tonight. We were trying to test out secondaries and other stuff, and we kind of narrowed down what Big Sexy's best characters are. And then Thursday night, I went to whose house? Oh my god,
Lee's.
It was Lee's Wednesday night,
mm-hmm.
and I practiced against his projectiles and stuff, and I thought I did pretty good against him. So at the beginning of the night, he was beating me pretty good, and I was beating. It's kind of even, but towards the end of the night, I started getting him a lot, and I started reading him pretty good. And then Thursday night was Big Sexy and Pank. I kind of got the days mixed up.
That's fine.
All the weeks have been pretty wild recently. And then Friday we went to the tournament, which we ended up carpooling separate cars, mm-hmm. but we all made it there in one piece. Joe didn't make it this time, unfortunately, but maybe we'll see him here this next time. It's always good to have him on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sat down. I thought, I've been practicing all week, been learning more and more new tech every single day. I didn't know about spot dodging, really. I never spot dodged. So I found out about spot dodging. I've been working on parrying, and I was working on that just because I didn't want to get smashed by a big dude. And first round ended up going up against this guy who went by Retro, and he played Inkling. And I hadn't played against too many Inklings. I played against Joe's Inkling, but I felt I do pretty good against Joe sometimes. But Joe does have games that come out of nowhere and surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
But that Inkling, I would get hit by the roller, and it would kind of ground me for forever. I'll be 100%. I can't mash out of it. And I swear before the patch, I was able to mash out of it. I don't know if I'm not mashing as hard as I used to, or they changed something with the roller as far as that, the higher end. I know they changed the lower end, but I swear I was able to mash out of it before.
Mm-hmm.
The higher end works as like, if you bury someone at higher percentages, they will be buried for longer.
Yeah,
so
but I'm saying towards the new patch though, like the new patch.
Like the new patch that any ground attack will, if you're lower, like you're at 0 and King K. Roll goes and plops you down, you're going to escape pretty easily. But if you're at like 100, you're probably not going to escape easily, and you're probably going to get KO'd.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, I think the higher end's been buffed, because I swear I was able to mash out of it before at 100%. Like, I was able to, but it wasn't able to now, because that's what mainly got me. That, and because immediately he'll follow it up with a quick side smash, and then I'll be dead, or up smash, he'll get me. And the biggest problem is, I've been learning so many different tech, and so many different options. I think it's hard for me to process and do every single possible thing. I noticed one game against my round 2 guy, I didn't fire as many lasers. Even my opponent mentioned it. Like, you didn't fire hardly any lasers. I faced a Roy. Just fire lasers against a Roy, you can't do much. Just like, I wasn't firing that many. I don't know why. Wasn't utilizing my aerial combos as much against Inkling, trying to get him off the ground. I just don't feel like I have a hard time utilizing everything I've learned in a single game. I can do it sometimes against Chris Crash and not Sexy Daddy. Big Sexy. Sorry, Sexy.
It's confusing, I know.
You guys are so sexy. But yeah, I feel like I can utilize it against them when I was playtesting with them that night and the night before. But it just felt like I was crumbling. And like, I just was not utilizing everything as well. I don't think it was nerves. I just think I need to work on utilizing every aspect in a game. Mm-hmm. Not rely on one said motion or 2 said motions, like every single thing in my package. And afterwards, after I lost my second round against a guy by the name of, what is it, like Peasy or something? I want to make sure I get this name right. Actually, it's completely wrong. It's Rika.
Peasy's close.
Peasy, totally, like, words, letters. Yeah, it was the Roy. Yeah, he said I didn't fire many lasers afterwards, but then he told me to check out this guy Stardust. He was the guy that won this tournament here. He was playing Wolf. And I was watching his Wolf, and I was noticing I was doing exactly what that guy was doing all the other times, except utilize my grabs as efficiently, and he can pop up and do the back airs faster than me. That's pretty much the only things I noticed that I'm doing, that where we have in common that we're doing, that he's doing different than I am, is those 2 said things. And this makes me think, maybe I'm not as bad as I think, but maybe also I just need to utilize everything as efficiently as I should.
Yeah, you're definitely good, dog.
But, it's all about working on becoming a better player, finding your flaws, and trying to figure out what we're going to do. But I digress. I didn't play side high, obviously. I went 0-2. I was knocked out pretty quick. Drew managed to get 3 wins, 3 different rounds. So he made it further than I did. He played 5 games total. But we just have to keep proving. We'll keep giving you guys weekly updates on how we perform at these tournaments. But we got JoeMarvel here. We got questions to ask. What do we have to ask about this JoeMarvel?
Joe, tell us your history with Smash.
Well, it all started on a great day when I was like 5. I played in Melee. Fastest game ever. Never even realized it was that fast because I was a kid and I didn't understand the whole setup of Melee, how fast it was.
Who was your main in Melee?
My main was I'd say Ice Climbers, but I think it was Fox, maybe. I like Fox a lot.
You already knew he was top tier when you were 5.
No.
So did I.
I either liked him, Mario, or Captain Falcon. I think they were cool. And then moved on. I definitely got this like the Brawl on Christmas or something. And when I first played it, and went through the prologue and all the story and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, and I was like, I liked playing Game & Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
What about Smash 4? I remember playing that game with you for hours.
Man.
Okay, who'd you main in Smash 4? That's the bigger question.
I don't think we'll ever know.
I mained around like 20 people through the time
Every
of the
week.
life of...
Every week he was like, I got a new main.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, when I first started hanging out with Joe, it was Game & Watch, and then it was Link, and then it was Ganondorf, and then it was the random character.
He says it so much that I made a t-shirt for him. He says I got a new main.
Well... And
How about Ultimate?
Ultimate, I only have one main. But I guess I have two secondaries, but one main that I am truly want to get further in tournaments and stuff with. Green Inkling, the only Inkling in Inkling's arsenal that is the best Inkling.
Ooh. Why do you like that Inkling so much?
Well, Green Inkling is a noble and awesome character, and he also has a bandana.
He's noble?
And he has a fish hook that looks like a gun holster.
Why is he
noble? He looks like a bandit.
How
is he noble?
How is he noble?
Because he's almost by my side.
Why do you think he looks like a bandit, Wesley?
He's like a bandana over his
Is
face.
it because he's
like,
black?
Yeah, he's wearing black clothing. That's what it is.
No, he's got dark skin.
No, he's wearing like a black bandana, and he's like, he looks like a thug.
Oh wait,
that's definitely not the right one.
Wait,
he definitely looks like a thug. I swear he does.
There he is.
Look, he looks like a thug. Look at that kid.
Guys, is it because he's black?
No, look at him. Do you see those eyes? Those
I
eyes
can't
are pure
believe
evil.
this. We gotta change the subject before Wesley says the N-word.
Oh my gosh, no. Well,
I swear that guy looks like a thug.
Green
I didn't even know. I didn't even know he was black.
My two secondaries in Smash Ultimate are King K. Rool, Black King K. Rool, because he's just awesome. I mean, who can beat that guy?
Mm-hmm.
And then my third is turquoise Game & Watch.
Cool.
You got him in specific colors. You got it down pat.
Yeah, that's awesome. You got colors.
You know the one next to the gray. It's like kind of magenta, like greenish, blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. I like that one.
Well, to give us so you recently started doing tournaments with us. So give us a recap on like how that experience has been for you.
It's been cool, and I was really proud of myself in the very first Friday night thing, or the Saturday night thing, I think.
Yeah, that was the Maid Cafe.
The Maid Cafe, because
the Maid Cafe tournament.
And that one, I really did really good. I beat 3 people, which they weren't even that good, but I mean they were alright.
Dang, you're calling these people out.
Well, he don't remember the names of the people he fought.
But
they can look it up though.
Yo, yeah.
Dang, Joe, you telling them they ain't good.
But they were alright. They were fine. But I 3-stocked all 3 of them.
Oh, just drop.
Didn't even lose a stock?
No.
Dang.
Were these people running off the stage?
And then I fought Shake Zula, and he was like, I got 3 mains. And I was like, man. I'm like,
dude, there's a good chance Shake Zula might come to the next tournament.
And Shake Zula was like, I'm trying to with Fox now, and I was like, oh, you are? And I was like, well, at first I was like, man, why are you doing this guy? You said you were just trying him out or something like that. And I was like, and then I fought him. I was like, why is he fighting Fox? Why does he use this Fox? Because I got lost against him. But I mean, I did lose against him, but I did give him I made him lose a stock like
Did you
both
put up
battles.
a good fight?
Yeah.
Man, that's all you need. Like that just shows you're doing good. Like he's a good player, and you still took some stocks out.
But I wanted him to fight as his Rob because he said he's really good at Rob, but he never fought with me with his Rob. And he fought me with a Snake. Snake was cool, And I like that he does utilize snakes grenades, because a lot of people don't utilize those as well. Like they do, but like mostly people like aim for the missile and the down instead of grenades. But the grenades also are good for spacing, and also to they can kill at certain percentages.
I felt bad when me and Chick Zula were doing some friendlies, and he said he played Snake, and I said, dude, show me your snake, and he like unzips his pants and
gosh,
it was gross.
That's not the snake I was talking about.
Exactly.
Man,
that was pretty gross.
It was gross. It sounded gross.
So it was pretty bad when he wrecked you with the snake, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, so that's how you did at the Maid Cafe. How about when you went to the Friday Night Live? Friday Night Fights?
Yeah.
The
Different events.
I didn't do too bad. Honestly, it was probably the worst I did, because I lost both my matches.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt terrible because I wasted $9 to lose, and then everyone lost, and I was like, oh no.
Dang. Yeah, that was pretty sad.
Oh, that week, me and you were the only ones that had went 1-2.
Well, how'd you do at the one in Madisonville?
The one we hosted.
I did really good in the beginning. Like, I was fighting a Lucas, and I 3-stocked him the first match.
Heck yeah.
And then the second match, I don't know what came up over me, but I lost the second match. I was like, man, why did I lose the second match? And then I lost the third match. I was like, well, I could have totally beat this guy. I was like, but I mean, his Lucas was really good, but I definitely knew I could beat him, and it sucks to not beat him at that time. It's to go further in the winners bracket. And then I went into which I was like in the middle, so like I kind of started late, and I actually got there late too.
We're having to keep taking things away from Joe. He keeps playing around with it too much. So Joe, what do you think went wrong in that match against Lucas? Like you were 3-stocking him, and then the next game you lost, and then the next game you lost. Why did you think you lost? What was?
Honestly, I feel like
you think it was because you were tilting, or
I think it's just because I was stressed. I was getting worked up.
Do you get nervous when you're at tournaments?
I'm nervous to lose. And like when nerves go over me, and I lose.
The real mentality I've noticed you really got to have when going into a tournament, just try to learn something from it, and just try to have much fun as possible.
Yeah.
If you watch whenever I lost against that Ganondorf that tournament, dude, got up and shook his hand like, dude, that was awesome. Like I was screaming like, I had a lot of fun. Like even though I lost, it's a really tight game. There's stuff you can learn from every loss you have. Like you can analyze something you did wrong, like mistakes you made, and learn what you can do to improve on them. Like I'm really, really serious about trying to be really good at this game. So is Drew, and I believe you are too.
Yeah.
Just try in the future, try to analyze more of what you did wrong, because trust me, there's things you're doing wrong. There are always things you're doing wrong. Even professional players are doing stuff wrong. If you watch any Armada's videos over professional players playing wrong, he's saying there's doing something wrong. And then there's videos over him there's other people made saying he's doing something wrong.
Wow.
Everyone's doing something wrong, okay?
Yeah, and like, even if you do lose, like, I've got knocked out, like, ASAP. I mean, like, no matter what, you're still getting better. And, like, I feel like the best part is doing those friendlies with randos. Even though it's kind of hard to ask. I get kind of shy. But that's
I do too.
You really
that's
gotta
the
ask
funnest
that
part.
Chef Zula, you know?
Yeah. I don't want him to show me his dick again.
Yeah, that would be gross. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I just want to see a snake, not
So,
pants.
what do you do to prep for a tournament, or just generally playing with people? What do you do to prep?
I train, and I train a ton.
How do you train?
I train by beating the crap out of a dummy.
A dummy? Like someone online or?
Oh, in the
No,
training room?
in the training mode.
Oh, really?
I hit the training mode a lot myself. I practice all kinds of tech and combos and all kinds of different things in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I try to, but I do play with CPU in the training mode. Like I don't like to play with level 9. It's just I feel like I'll lose more competitive features because like I'm not thinking competitive. I'm thinking about a computer. I'm fighting a computer, not a person.
That's a good way to look at it.
And I feel like I'm not improving by fighting a computer. So I just like them putting on level 3. They're fine. They're just standard.
Mm-hmm.
And like I mean, they will fight you, and sometimes they can kill you. But and it's good to get smashed a couple times while you're in training, because like you're not losing anything, and it's all right to SD yourself in there too, because like the more you SD yourself in there, the less you'll do in the actual battles.
That's a good point. That's a good way to train on recovery.
I feel that I work on my recovery all the time in there, and I work what I can do off stage, dude. I'm thinking I can pull off some really nasty stuff, like doing a neutral air, knocking somebody off, and then jumping off and doing a neutral air, and come back on stage, because that will like KO real fast.
You cannot go very far with Wolf, huh?
Dude, that neutral air is sick, especially when you knock them off stage and do neutral air off stage, because you just kill them almost. Mm-hmm. Like if they're by like 80%, you do that, you can kill them. That's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's so styling when Wolf gets that side B.
Mm-hmm. I love doing Inkling Spike. That's one of the coolest things to do. And I've been getting really good with that. Like I have some like replays and battles that I've done on my Switch where I've spiked, and like I knew exactly where they would go and exactly where I needed to be to spike, and it's pretty cool to have that upper edge over someone.
I need to take your hands away from you now. Give me your hands, Joe. Just...
No! I can never fidget them again.
Can't fidget, can't do whatever you're doing there.
And I'll just fidget my toes.
You need to stop.
Oh god, we're gonna have to take his toes.
Sounds like we're about to do an ASD, what is it, ASDF movie skit or like whatever. Mm-hmm. That's one of the episodes. So Joe, do you ever watch any competitive Smash?
Yeah, I do. I watched Armada, and I watched him him fight a Pokemon trainer, and I was like, man, that Pokemon trainer really wrecking it.
That was Leffen you watched?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, really?
That's Leffen, yeah.
Do you think watching Armada helps in your gameplay?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing what he does?
Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot of things that he does that I also like to do. Like, I like to imagine like him as like a I think he's like, I would like to meet him just to test my Inkling out on his. I know I'll probably lose, but like, I mean, it's not hard. It's not that bad to try to.
Is it one of your goals to beat Armada as Inkling? I remember you said that once. It
is. I would like to beat him as Inkling, but I also want to beat Zero too.
Yeah, well, I want to be the best players ever in Smash.
Dude, you got this, Joe.
All right, seriously. I want you to face Leffen's Pokemon trainer right now.
You got this, Joe. You'll beat them for sure. And like, you just gotta keep training.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been working on my King K rule because I love that boy, and he was my first main when I first picked up the game. Because like I couldn't see anyone else in the game worthy of being a main for me other than King K. Rool. And so like at first I was like, whoa, I'm gonna strictly be a King K. Rool main forever. And then but I also liked Inkling too. I put Inkling as a secondary because I really did like Inkling, and I was like I feel like I'm better with Inkling, honestly. So I was like and Inkling's faster. And he has this dash is like one of the most unique mechanics in the game because it's so low and you can dodge so much stuff. Mm-hmm. Like you don't really even have to do a dodge roll.
That is so cool. That it's like It just makes Inkling even better than they already are.
Like, and there's certain things like if you they're like charging ink can also act as like a dodge because if you like say it's like King K. Rool shoots a cannonball, you could duck into getting more ink before you get hit by the ball, and then it will just loop over you.
Cool.
Because you're in the ground. You're not out in the open.
I'm glad in Smash they make the hitboxes like legit, or hurt boxes. Like Inkling actually goes into the ground, so it's not like their hitbox is like hurt box. It's still there. They're down the ground. I think they do a good job with that.
Mm-hmm.
So Leffen recently said he's gonna be not maining Pokemon Trainer.
What?
He's gonna play it as a secondary because he still thinks he's really good with Squirtle and Ivysaur, but he absolutely can't stand Charizard. So obviously on the opposite end of the spectrum for Blizza because he only plays Charizard.
I know.
It's funny.
I think Blizza just enjoys. I mean, tears don't mean anything, but
yeah,
he enjoys those characters at the bottom.
Yeah, he really does. He likes playing those really low tier characters. Like his Kirby's are ridiculous. But Leffen said recently he's debating on either maining Pichu or Inkling. And he thinks if he plays Inkling, he's going to play it better than anyone else. And same with Pichu. That's what he says. Like, and I believe it too, because he's literally proven every time he said something like that he can do it. So he sees potential in the characters that he doesn't think people are utilizing every of those characters to the fullest. So I'd be interested in seeing what he is. If he does follow the Inkling path, will you watch his videos on the Inkling?
Yeah.
Because I think
I could see. Let's see what he does with them.
I want to see what he does with Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah.
Kirby top tier.
If he thinks that he can make any character top tier.
Oh, I'm not saying that. The reason why he's not playing Pokemon Trainer anymore is because the matchups and how many different matchups he has to learn. He has to learn like 250 something.
Mm-hmm.
And his initial thought of Pokemon Trainer being top tier or whatever, it's kind of like lowered a bit just because there's so many characters so much easier to use. So many people are playing. Like, for example, Lucina and Ike. Like, that's what MKLeo's characters were. And he ended up winning the whole thing. Also, Mega Man. Mega Man beat him. Mega Man was the reason why he was knocked out of the tournament.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for real.
Is Mega Man really good in the new game?
He's pretty good. His Leaf Shield is what was really, really good, but they nerfed some of the things it did.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot exactly what it nerfed, but that is what Leffen wanted before that happened, because it, like, literally, if that was not a thing, he could beat him. But it did. Because the Leaf Shield thing, the way it worked before the patch, because they would use old patch settings before on the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So if the new patch settings were active, he thinks he could have done it.
How does it?
I forget. I think it blocks I think it's like an ultimate shield, sort of like it blocks all kinds of projectiles that's coming in, so it really can't utilize a lot of Ivysaur's great, just, what is it, Razor Leafs. You can't utilize them as efficiently, and can't use the water gun on it, and all kinds of different things.
How does that make you feel that Mega Man is that good now?
Still think he's terrible. I hate Mega Man with a passion. And yet I ran him all the time.
Oh yeah? Well, Joe, what do you think about Wesley hating Mega Man?
Well, I don't really have any thing about it, because like Mega Man's the best character ever. And
why don't you main him then? He's good in this game.
Well, I like Inkling better.
It's getting heated up in here.
I love Mega Man. I love his classic games. And I like the way he plays. But I don't want to completely get good with him. But like I see his I like using him, and I like the character, but I like the way Inkling plays, and I like King K. Rool, and I like Game & Watch. They're good little characters that I personally just prefer using in competitive play better.
And they all have different weight classes too.
Mm-hmm. Like, I see, like, Mega Man, I see him as a casual. I see him as a guy that I would love to play when I'm casually playing with other friends.
I feel that.
But I don't see him as a competitive player. For me, I don't want to be competitive with him. I don't want to, like, I mean, I could try to, but
you don't want to invest the time into doing it.
Into being like Mega Man proof.
Yeah, you rather just spend more time on your real main, right?
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. Drew, you've been talking to me recently about trying to pick up a secondary.
Oh yeah.
Have you discovered your secondary yet?
I know who it is. It's Peach, like for sure. It's just like I've gotten a lot better with her after these few days, but it's tough going from DDD where I don't have to worry about my percentage to like Peach where I gotta like be like kind of campy.
I'll kill you at 60% when you're near the ledge.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know if whenever I'll have Peach in a tournament, but I definitely want to get like really good with her. What about you, Wesley? You got a secondary besides Fox?
Yeah, I think it's Roy.
Ooh.
Like, I really like playing Roy.
Cool.
And the funny thing was, Zero recently posted a video saying Roy is better than Chrom, and that didn't affect my decision at all, because literally when the game first started, I was playing through all the Fire Emblem characters. I'm like, dude, Roy's the best out of the bunch.
Dude,
like Roy is
my
sick.
boy.
Roy is awesome. And I'm like,
he's the best.
I've been playing a little bit of Roy every once in a while, and I tell you what, I love Roy more and more and more I play him. And Pokemon Trainer is the real GOAT for me, the one I really want to master. But that one's just gonna take so much time, dude. I've pulled off so many awesome combos, like the utilizing your up spore, the stun. You just keep bouncing them up in the air until you hit them with the vine whip,
mm-hmm.
and then just, dude, it feels so satisfying pulling those off, and that's really what makes me want to play the character, is because of how satisfying it is pulling off some sweet combos and killing people. It feels so good.
That is so
cool. I would say Fox, but I feel like my Fox game is so weak. Like, I feel it's just so weak now. I used to play Fox all the time in literally all the other games. And when Ultimate started, I played Fox a lot. I felt like I did decent with Fox.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't played Fox hardly at all recently. And I broke it out against Pank. Keep in mind, I 2-0 Pank at the tournament we did. And then I 2-0 Pank the first time we started when we were playing our mains. And then I started playing Fox, and he beat me like 1,000 times. Like, he beat me like 6 times in a row probably before Big Sexy came back. He had to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened. Like, my Fox game is so weak. I think I just neglected him to a point where I can't even do anything with him right now. It's going to take some time to build him back up, but I do want to play Fox still. I do enjoy playing Fox.
Mm-hmm.
But really, Roy and Pokemon Trainer are my secondaries.
That's so cool. I'm glad we all have like our mains and then our secondaries.
And I like that they're all different.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I love that kind of customization with Smash.
Yeah, like, I like that everyone has a different main. Like, I like how Tyler's distinguished as the Wario main.
Yeah.
Like, no one else here plays Wario.
He even looks like Wario.
Yes. Skinny Wario. Wario before all the cheeseburgers.
Well, I guess we gotta ask the big question, because the Direct's tomorrow, guys. And
oh, yes.
We gotta ask. Here, should we go... What order should we go in?
You go ahead and start off.
Okay.
So for the fighter predictions, now if we ask Joe this, he's gonna say Sora, and he's gonna be talking for the next 10 hours.
You can't spoil his predictions.
No, we have to give a different prediction option.
Actually,
he has to. He has to talk about.
I know
characters.
who I'm gonna pick.
Wait. We're gonna do you. We're gonna do you last. So my prediction, my characters. I can't really think of 5 that I would actually want, because I don't like those bandwagon-y characters. I like my own characters. So, I got 3. The first one is Prince from Katamari. He's super cute, and I love his game. Second would be a clone of Wario. It would be Mona from WarioWare. She's my girlfriend, and she would be so... Because she loves Wario, and it'd be so funny to see, like, her have, like, the same moves, except for, the fart would be a little weird, but, you know. And then the number one most, like, biggest character that's gonna be in the game, I already know he's in the game, it's gonna be Excite Bike Racer. He's the
Did you talk to
best
Sakurai?
character. Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow.
I got him on my, work phone. Excitebike Racer's the best character, best retro character. He'd have the sickest moves. He would look so sick. He'd be the best. And I love Excitebike Racer. He's getting in. Wesley, who are your characters?
Okay, so this is really going to tell you how much PlayStation I played when I was younger. Okay, so generally...
Master Chief.
Oh, yes. Master Chief 100%. No, the characters I really want is like Spyro, Crash, and literally the whole entire PlayStation All-Star cast. I think it'd be awesome if they all made it in. Dude, I'd be... Like, you could play Big Daddy as your new main.
I've never played Bioshock.
No, yeah, you'd be Big Daddy.
I would be Parappa all day, yo. I love Parappa.
What about Sackboy?
Dude, Ratchet and Clank, there'd be Jack and Dexter.
Sackboy.
Dude, I mean, could play Sackboy from...
Sackboy.
I mean, go ahead, play him.
Dude,
Little Big Planet.
Dude, I would beat up your Sackboy so hard with Parappa.
Oh, yeah, he's a Sackboy.
Dude, I'll play Nathan Drake.
He can take it.
Dude, I play Nathan Drake. You better watch it.
Boy, he just has a bullet. Sackboy has like...
I would just simply love to have all those characters in it. I never actually played PlayStation All-Star, though. And,
That's a classic.
you know, Shrek needs to get in. Because Shrek Super Slam was dope.
I know, it was so good.
All right,
Shrek.
Joe. You got center stage, no pressure. Give us all your boys.
All right, I'll give the 4 since Joker's probably gonna be revealed tomorrow. My four main picks. My very first boy that I ever loved, that I ever cared about, Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I just feel he is the perfect Square Enix character that is going to get in. And I mean, I would be. He's just so cool and courageous, and he has a keyblade called a Kingdom Key. He's really cool, and I would just love him to come in. He would have an awesome move set, and awesome place in the meta. His tier, he would be godlike.
He'd be god tier, new tier list. Yeah.
And then my second one, there's no it'd be Jason from Master Blaster.
Jason from Master Blaster?
Master Blaster. He could hop out of his little tiny ship, go out and blop some people, poop on Pac-Man, and he could go back in his ship, fly around, roll around in his little ship, get some Bowsers, hit some
Bowsers.
You just totally reminded me. I really want Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh yeah, that's my second, Banjo-Kazooie.
Your second is Banjo-Kazooie?
No, my third. Actually. Okay. My third, because I think Banjo-Kazooie are going to get in, just because of their ties with Nintendo. And I know Microsoft, but Microsoft's probably pretty much stated that they want him in there. And I feel like he is going to get in this time. And I really want him. I feel like he should have been there since the 64, since he was on the 64. I just feel like he has a history, and he has. I
feel like with Banjo-Kazooie, like you don't have to worry about Microsoft anymore because like they're trying to get Xbox Live or whatever on the Switch. Did you hear about that?
No, they're not.
They are.
No, they're not.
I'm not playing. Like they're really Nintendo and Microsoft are really working together.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm not sure what it's. Whatever. You continue.
Well. And I do think they would be cool. They have a lot of stuff to choose from to have a moveset. Mm-hmm. And I do think that they would be cool. My fourth would probably be, honestly, I would love Crash. I think Crash is probably the most, like, a PlayStation. Actually, it's not technically a PlayStation. He is a PlayStation classic, but he wasn't even in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale Super Mega. It is sad, because, like, honestly, he should have been there. Both him and Spyro had a perfect way to get into a fighting game. I do think that Crash should go in, and I do think he would have an awesome moveset, and it'd be hilarious to see like all the death animations. I mean, if they only it would be sad if they only had like one, but like, I mean, I would love to see like him get like turned to ashes or like. They would go all out for his animations. Even if they're taunts, I would still like to see him implement it into Smash, and I feel like he'd be a good fighter.
And that was your number one?
He's my number 4.
Number 4?
Yeah, I
And
call
who's your final pick?
Sora.
Sora, of course. Okay. As you could rant for hours and hours on Sora, but we have a limited time left for this simple podcast of ours. We just want to wrap up and make sure you all know that we are hosting that tournament. Just in case for some reason you kind of skipped the first part, we are hosting a Smash tournament March 9th, 2019 from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Hopkins County Madisonville Public Library. Bring your own controllers, come early to practice, and if you like to comment in the description, whatever, comment on this video and just give us questions. Maybe we can answer your questions the next time that you have. Ooh, I see people doing that. And if you want to contact the business email, maybe try to work out something with us, contact therealbadfellas@gmail.com. Come and join our pages if you're not a part of them now. Is there anything you like to add, Drew?
I drew the poster. I even watercolored the background, and that white border was actually just tape. So make sure you follow my art on Twitter, the Flying Tacos with the Z at the end, and any other social media
Should be in the description.
site. And Joe, you got any plugs?
You got any plugs you want to add?
Oh yeah, I got a plug. Kingdom Hearts is getting into Smash. There's no reason why they shouldn't be in Smash.
There he goes. There's his plug.
Kingdom Hearts, Smash.
Sora.
You talked to
definitely has
Sakurai?
a moveset. Yeah, I talked to him.
He talked to Sakurai.
Yeah, and
How do you have Sakurai's number?
well,
Have you been looking at my phone?
yeah, I have.
I told you not to look at my phone.
Well, I looked at the car while you were. Well,
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. All right.
Well,
we'll see
yeah,
how this escalates.
I definitely think that.
Me and Joe are gonna have a stern
Actually,
talking
in
to.
the last January, in the last E3, or in the last direct, which was in November, I do think that he had dice in the back, and they were Kingdom Hearts dice.
All right, I think we need to cut the podcast now before it gets too long.
Okay, Joe, I'm gonna have to cut you off here. There's one last thing we gotta add. Just some future guests we would like to have on the show, possibly Blizza, Tyler, Xenosinks, because that middle schooler did some
Timothy.
Yeah,
work.
he's cool.
Maybe the T dude, the T guy, as Sheikh Zula is once called.
Mhm.
I definitely would want Maja and Drew. He'd be cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
We'll have to see about it. Maybe we'll have to work out something different than out of this bedroom.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll have to see if we can get any of these people on. We'll try to get a guest next week. We'll see what we can do. But it's been fun. It's been real. My name is He-Man.
Sexy Daddy.
My name's JoeMarvel, Sonic Weed. Caught me Sora.
Calm yourself. This is the outro. Let's see you all next time, folks.
Oh!